Hey, Matt. It was going to be way easier for me to just explain in a video versus taking pictures. Okay, so for if you want an image to be full width, pretty much all the time, a good way to do that is to make it the background image as opposed to just putting an image inside of a section. Okay, so in order to do that, I'm going to go to the section, the top section where it is. I'm going to go to background, which is under style, and then I'm going to add this same image. There it is. And 1600, that's probably fine. Then I'm just gonna like tweak that. Well, first I'm gonna delete this image so that I can actually see it. Okay, so now that section is too short, right? So before I even tweak the image, the next thing I'm gonna do, again, I'm still editing the section, is I'm gonna set the height at a min height, and I'm gonna say 600. However, I happen to know already that that's gonna matter for tablet and mobile, so you're going to want to check those as well. I do, for something like this, I do like 300, and that will be fine for mobile as well. I'm going to fix it and make it not show up that part. Hold on, we'll check it again when we do. Okay, so I'm back in section. I'm still, no, the whole time I've been editing the same section. I'm going to go back to style and the background thing now, and now I'm going to switch these so that it makes sense. So the first thing is I'm going to do position center center. I'm going to do no repeat. And most importantly, I'm going to do display size is cover. Now it should look pretty perfect. And when I go to tablet, it looks great. When I go to mobile, it looks great. So that's how you would want to do a full screen background image for that sized image. And again, when I was playing with the minimum height for the section, that's kind of where, depending on the image, you could make changes. This particular image, it looked like it was 1600 pixels wide. And that will work, but just barely. So the ideal image for a full screen width image is going to be 2000 pixels. And you don't ever actually want to go above 2000 pixels because invariably that image size is too big and it's going to take too long to load. And on some people's computers, it's going to be real slow, blah, blah, blah. Also, it just bloats up the site. So the reason, and that gets me into your second question, the reason that when you uploaded an image that was 3000 pixels, it went to, or it turned itself into 2048 pixels is because we have it set to do that. So we use something called Imagify, which is basically an image optimizer. It does several things when you upload images. One of the main things though that it does is it resizes any larger images to a maximum of 2048 pixel widths, which is kind of just industry standard for like never should an image be bigger than this. So that's why we do that. Honestly, 3000 isn't the worst thing in the world. You know, that's like right on the line. I would never upload a 3000, but if you just absolutely had to, you can override this. And I believe you can do that. And so while I'm talking about it though, it does a couple other things too. It basically optimizes just for size. That being said, all images are different. And so when you optimize them, sometimes like some will look great if you use one kind of optimization and others maybe won't look so good, right? So we actually have some choices with Imagify on an image by image basis. Like if you were to upload an image and then when you use it, it doesn't look right to you, you can go back to the media library and view it as a list. So if I viewed it as a grid, I don't have these options. This is viewing it as a grid, right? But if I view it as a list, I have these Imagify options over here. And so that allows me to go back in time to restore original, basically. Additionally, I can kind of see some of the details about it. So I can see like what was the size before, blah, 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 right? This is a bad example because it was kind of a small one anyway. Let's see if I can even find that one. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so the one we were just talking about, which again was 1600 pixels, so that's perfectly fine, was well-sized already. It was 60 kilobytes and it is now 18 kilobytes. If you wanted to re-optimize it, or sorry, you could do that. So there's basically two different forms of optimizations. One's called lossless and one's called smart. Smart like generally shrinks more, and lossless is for like photographers or possibly you if you have a really good bird picture that really are okay with it being slightly larger in size, but just want it like pixel perfect, right? So if you don't like how it is, you can either switch between the two optimization methods or you can just straight up restore the original, okay? That being said, I have like the largest screen size and any 2000 image, 2000 pixel image is going to look wonderful on my screen size. There are, of course, wider screen sizes. There's tons of screen sizes, but it is pretty much industry standard to go no larger than 2048. So you're usually fine with that. But if you're not, this is how you can override it. Okay.